Exactly. Yeah.
On third down, when you had a timeout on top of it.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he doing? But he's like, he didn't want to risk the fumble.
You can't doubt our coach.
I mean, you can.
I mean,
When it
I
works
would.
out, it works out.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to call this meeting to order. The time is 7:30. This is the regularly scheduled meeting for November 11th. Clerk, can you please do a roll call?
Mayor Pro Tem Bliss.
I'm here.
Councilman Fleming.
Here?
Councilman Meir.
Here.
Councilor Rohrbach. Here. Councilman Soltis.
Here.
Councilor Wright.
Here.
Mayor Grafstein.
I am here. I invite everyone to stand, if you would like, for the invocation and pledge of allegiance led by Mayor Pro Tem Bliss.
Today we honor our veterans, worthy men and women who gave their best when they were called upon to serve and protect their country. It is because of their sacrifices that in our nation today, we are free to worship, we are free to speak, and we are free to protest and disagree with those in power. Those are freedoms that are not shared across humanity. Lord, please be with the men and women in uniform and provide your protection. That you be their guiding force who leads their way and their rear guard who keeps them safe from behind. A warrior's wounds go deep. It can be difficult for a person who has returned from battle or even a stressful military service to reintegrate into normal everyday life. We know that veterans can feel isolated and alone, even in the midst of their friends and families, because there are very few around who understand their experience as their memories haunt them and they continue to carry seen and unseen scars. Please bring healing to those veterans who still hurt and grant patience and wisdom to those around them who cannot understand but can sometimes help the healing process. Finally, Lord, please let every veteran of our nation's armed forces feel truly and appropriately honored by the attention and appreciation of their fellow citizens. Let no one feel forgotten or neglected. Let every veteran, man, woman, young and old, feel the deep and enduring gratitude of our nation and its people. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. First up, we have approval of the agenda. Can I please get a motion to move item 2 from the consent agenda and item 7 from reports and make them items 1.2 and 1.7 under public hearings, please?
Your Honor.
Yes.
So moved.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor.
Yes.
Support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those against say no. Motion carries. Are there any other additions or deletions? Okay. Seeing none, going to move to the public hearings. We're going to go with the first one now, 1.2. It's from the CED Director. The CDBG Yard Services reprogram request, revised program of description of yard services.
The City of Madison is a subrecipient of the Oakland County Community Development Block Grant through the Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD. Our awards are program-specific and for the past few years have included grass cutting and leaf removal for seniors and those with disabilities. However, due to accumulated funds in our CDBG allocation, we are seeking to add snow removal and on a limited basis, dangerous tree removal for seniors and those with disabilities. To do so, the City Council must authorize the Community and Economic Development Department to revise the program description for yard services in the form of a reprogramming request submitted to Oakland County. Therefore, after the public hearing, staff recommends that City Council approve the resolution authorizing the Community and Economic Development Department to prepare and submit a request to the Oakland County to reprogram yard services for programs for years 2022 through 2024. That's it.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to open the meeting to the public. If there's anyone who wishes to speak specifically on this item, this is your opportunity. Seeing no one wishing to speak, I'm going to close public hearing for 1.2 and ask for a motion to approve from council.
Your Honor.
Yes.
So moved.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor. Support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Those against say no. Motion carries. And then we have item now 1.7 from the Director as well, the CDBG Program Year 2025 application.
Each year, the city submits its program year application to Oakland County for inclusion in the Community Development Block Grant request through the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Staff has been notified that our allocation is $137,359. These funds come with several restrictions, including public service projects limited at 15% of the total allocation for each community starting in fiscal year 2024. Therefore, staff recommends funding the following projects: public services, that's senior seasonal yard cleanup at $20,603, code enforcement at $86,000, and minor home repairs at $30,756. Anticipated allocation is $137,359. These allocations are within the restrictions and requirements of the program, which protects the health and safety of residents and helps stabilize our neighborhoods. Therefore, after the public hearing, staff recommends that the City Council approve the resolution to authorize the program year 2025 CDBG application with allocations proposed to be submitted to Oakland County for inclusion in the Oakland County's annual action plan to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and hereby authorize the mayor to execute all documents, agreements, or contracts for which this application to Oakland County.
All right, thank you. Can I please get a motion to approve?
Your Honor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do we have the public?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I jumped ahead there. Yeah, I'm going to open the meeting to the public. If there's anyone who wishes to speak, this is your opportunity. Seeing none, I'm going to close meeting to open to the public, and can I get a motion to approve?
Your Honor.
Yes.
So moved.
All right, thank you. Support?
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Go, support.
All right, thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor.
Yes.
Not tonight, obviously, but I would love it if we could get some updates on this program through the year and things that we could share publicly, particularly as it relates to like the home repairs. I mean, code enforcement's pretty self-explanatory, but I'd love to hear about the impact that this is making to the members of our community.
Your Honor, I did have one question.
Okay.
Looking at the total number, just comparatively to city's budget and everything, and I know we're applying, it seems low. Am I reading that wrong? At 137,000?
No, we only get an allocation. I mean, I think in the past it's been like around 140, but it's
Yeah.
around about the same amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that.
All right, thank you. Any other questions, comments? Okay. Since he's here, Mr. Tucker, do you want to give an update now, or do you want to save that for another time? It's completely your choice.
Sure.
Okay.
Just very briefly, this year alone, while we're on track to complete a total of 8 minor home repair projects. They tend to average around $8,000 apiece, give or take. One significant change that you're seeing from past program years, right around the long time I joined the city, was that public service that we used for yard service, you used to be able to use that allocation up to 30%. And now HUD has dropped that to 15%. So in order for us to continue to spend at the rate we need to, we needed a third program. So that's why minor home repair has become a significant portion of our annual allocation. So it's a good thing because we're adding more services to our residents, and so far it's been quite meaningful. Furnaces, roof repairs, things that really help stabilize neighborhoods.
All right, thank you for that. Any other questions, comments from council? Okay. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. I'm going to open the meeting to the public. Is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak on any topic? Seeing no one, I'm going to close meeting, open to the public, and ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda. There are now 4 items. Item 3, Director of Public Services, the purchase of a utility vehicle. Number 4, Director of Public Services, scheduled replacement of vehicle. Number 435, City Council regular meeting minutes of October 14th, and then the meeting minutes of October 28th. Can I please get a motion to approve that consent agenda?
Your Honor.
Yes.
So moved.
All right, thank you. Motion has been made. Is there a second?
Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Those against say no. Motion carries. And then we have bid awards purchases, number 8 from the CED Director, the CDBG and OLHSA Senior Home Shore Grant Funded Yard Service Snow Removal Service.
In accordance with HUD regulations, the city has issued a bid for CDBG and OLSHA-funded snow removal services for the 2024-25 winter season. The bid was posted on Mitten online cooperative bidding system and emailed to 708 vendors. Out of the 708 vendors, 53 vendors downloaded the bid documents, and 6 were responsive with electronic bids that were received and opened. From this process, the lowest qualified bidder was Gratiot Landscaping, doing business as Winter Circle Turf and Landscape at $45 per resident lot. Gratiot Landscaping has demonstrated its quality of work and responsiveness to the city. Therefore, we have confidence in the quality of work and professionalism this winter season for snow removal contract. Staff recommends that council consider 2 motions to approve this. The first would be to approve a budget amendment in the amount of $100,000 to both the revenue account 101-021-528-5288 federal grants, and the other is to federal grants other in expenditures 101-728-818-0000 General Fund Community Development Contractual Services. This will reflect the OLSHA grant funding. The second motion would be to award the CDBG-funded yard service and snow removal contract to the lowest responsible bidder, which was Gratiot Landscaping, doing business as Winter Circle and Turf and Landscaping, at a unit price of $45 per lot for the 2024-25 snow removal season, and to authorize the city to proceed to the next lowest responsible bidder, Luxury Lawn and Snow, at a unit price of $53 per lot in the unlikely event that the contract with Gratiot Landscaping is canceled due to non-performance or other issues, and the budget amendment will require a supermajority.
All right, thank you. So can I get a motion for the first part, which is the budget amendment, please?
Your Honor. I move the council approves a budget amendment in the amount of $100,000 to both revenue 101-021-528-5288 federal grant other, and expenditure 101-728-818-0000 for general fund community development contractual services, reflecting the awarded OLSHA grant funds.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor, support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? All right, just a reminder, we do need a supermajority in order for this to pass. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries 7-0. And then can I get a motion for the second part to award the contract, please?
Your Honor. I move that council awards the CDBG-funded yard services and snow removal program to the lowest responsible bidder, Gratiot Landscaping, doing business as Winter Circle Turf and Landscaping, at a unit price of $45 per lot for the 2024 snow removal season, and authorize the city to proceed to the next lowest bidder, Luxury Lawn and Snow, at a unit price of $53 per lot in the event the contract with Gratiot Landscaping is canceled due to non-performance or other issues.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor, support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries 7-0. And then the final, number 9, Director of Public Services, the replacement of 4 police patrol vehicles.
The approved fiscal year 2025 budget includes the scheduled replacement of 4 standard police patrol vehicles. Although the Dodge Durango Pursuit has proven to be generally reliable vehicle, there are known drivetrain issues as well as space and comfort considerations for our officers who are required to wear more and more equipment. These considerations prompted us to look at alternatives, and the general finding was that the majority of police departments in the area have switched to Chevrolet Tahoes. Therefore, staff recommends that City Council approve the purchase of 4 Chevrolet Tahoe four-wheel drive police packages from Berger Chevrolet in Grand Rapids through the My Deal Vehicle Purchasing Program for a total amount of $211,968. Funding is budgeted and available.
All right, thank you. Can I get a motion from council to approve?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase of 4 Chevrolet Tahoe four-wheel drive police package from Berger, is it Berger? Berger Chevrolet of Grand Rapids through the My Deal Vehicle Purchasing Program for the amount of $211,968. And do we need to include where it's coming from? No.
No.
Is there support?
Your Honor.
I will support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Those against say no. Motion carries. And with that, that concludes the bulk of our meeting, and I invite closing comments, starting from Councilman Meir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Real quick tonight, a shout out to all the vets, past and present, on this Veterans Day. I have several family members who have served this country and helped to make it, keep it free. Congratulations to Clerk Rotman and the staff for the election. Things went extremely well. Pretty impressive turnout this time, so glad to see that and glad that there were no glitches. Congratulations to our local office winners throughout the city, both school boards and our state reps and locally. And shout out to Madison on their sinking fund. I'm sure they'll use that money extremely well. I love being part of this city. There's so much fun and exciting things going on. The Mad Hatter event on Friday I was able to attend with the Madison Heights Hazel Park Chamber. I got to attend the senior presentation of the Lanphier School play. Yes, I am a senior, so I got to enjoy breakfast and got a pre-sneak on the play there. So a lot of great things going on in this city. Great place to call home. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Bliss?
Yes, Your Honor. I also want to thank all of the veterans in the city. We appreciate your service. I also want to point out that the Heritage Rooms with our wall of heroes will be open for the first time on a Saturday. We're running a test this weekend, Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. We want to see if having the rooms open on a Saturday inspires additional turnout. So obviously nobody's here. I feel like everybody was put through the ringer last night with the Lions, and so they can't quite stay up and be out at the meeting today. But if you're watching at home, we'd love for you to come out Saturday, anytime between 10 and noon, drop in. It's a really incredible space that we have in our city, and yeah, I'd love to see you there. That's it, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Wright?
I just want to say happy Veterans Day to all the veterans in our community and our families. Thank you for your service. And that's all. That's it.
All right, thank you. Mr. Sherman, anything from the attorneys this evening?
Your Honor, the only thing I would add, first of all, I thought Mayor Pro Tem Bliss's invocation really said it all. So happy Veterans Day. I thank all our retired and current servicemen and women. Thank them for their bravery and for their service. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mrs. Marsh?
I just thank you to all of our veterans, especially my dad and brother and nephew, who's currently active duty. And hats off to the Women's Club, who puts up a veterans tree, which I think is very special. It has a lot of veterans from Madison Heights on it, and it is on display in the library. So if you get a chance, I would ask you to stop by and check out that tree. It's very special and special to me and them. And then at our next council meeting is a tree lighting, so be sure to mark your calendars for that.
All right, thank you. Anything from the clerk's office? Great job, by the way.
Thank you very much. Also, happy Veterans Day to everybody, including my son, who is a veteran. I just want to thank the city clerk's staff for working tirelessly for the weeks leading up to the election, through 9 days of early voting and on Election Day. as well as all the citizen volunteers that worked on the election on November 5th, and it would not be possible to conduct an election without them. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Councilor Rohrbach?
I, excuse me, I want to reiterate the thank you to our veterans, and thank you to our clerk's office and all of the staff that put on the elections. I know that some people in the city are feeling different ways about the results of the elections, especially at the federal level, so I just want to note that, you know, we here in the city are, we're here for this city and these people and this community, and, you know, and when things are difficult, we are here to serve this city and these people, so no matter where you stand on any issue, we're here to serve you. So I just want to make that perfectly clear. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Fleming?
Yeah, I also want to thank the clerk and all the volunteers who volunteered to work the election, make sure that the election process went through successful. And I know that we had 9 days of early voting, and that really paid off. There was a lot of people who voted up until the election, and I went on election day, and it was almost nobody was there. So it was really, the lines were very short. Secondly, I want to remind you that this is a question that's been put out that I've seen. If you're new to the city or you just don't know, that your leaves need to be either bagged up in one of these paper bags, recyclable bags, or you can put them on the curb if you want to. And on your trash day, they have a vacuum that vacuums the leaves, and they come by a couple times and make sure they get them all. So no worries there. Also, I'm a veteran, and I want to express my gratitude to our veterans and for their service, and to let us also never forget that for those who have served that never became veterans. That's really important. And there's a video on YouTube, on our city's YouTube channel, that is also showcasing some of our community's veterans that wanted to self-identify themselves. And, you know, I'm really happy that the city was able to do that, put out that video. And so about veterans, there was a couple issues that there was a newspaper article. I myself went to Mike McFall about increasing and extending the disabled veterans license plate to 50%, disabled to 99% disabled, because, you know, we seem to look at veterans and we see them in one category, but at the state, they only recognize that 100% for disabled veterans plates, and I wanted to see if we can make that extend to 50%. And it was bipartisan on the bill, and it passed almost unanimously across the board. So I was really happy for Mike McFall's effort to follow through and to chase the bill on both in the Senate and also in the House, and the governor signed it. So next spring, if you're a disabled veteran from the VA with 50% or more, you'll be able to get the new disabled veterans plate. And then also the governor just yesterday signed a bill honoring the service and sacrifice of women's veterans with a women veteran special recognition plate. So I think that's really awesome for our women veterans who also serve in our United States military and do great jobs there. So that's all I have for tonight.
All right, thank you. Mr. Soltis?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, I want to echo all the sentiments of the rest of council. One thing I was hoping we could do in the future is the Meals on Wheels. If we can get like a short report on that, how many that we do and how long we've been doing it, and I would appreciate that. And my father was a veteran in the Air Force, so I appreciate all the service that that all the branches do, and that's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So first and foremost, I want to thank Councilman Fleming and all of our veterans. My dad was a veteran, his brothers, my father-in-law is a veteran, so I know there are many people in our community who are veterans, so thank you to our veterans for everything that you have done and you continue to do. I want to thank Clerk Rotman and her staff for everything being taken care of voting day. I personally like to go in the day of, and if that means I have to wait, then I wait. I think I waited maybe half an hour. It was not a big deal. Everyone was friendly. The way the lines were, everything was fine. It just seemed to run really smoothly. So thank you to the clerk's office and everyone who helped with that. And then, yes, at our next meeting, the 25th, we will have our regular meeting, but before that, we will be outside. We have our tree lighting, and we have a special guest who usually comes every year from the North Pole. So that starts at about 6:30-ish. We should be doing the tree lighting. So I invite you all to come for that. And then before that, some of our seniors are doing a little sale. They've got some crafts and other items at 5 o'clock. So you are welcome to come at any point for that. And then you're welcome to stay for our council meeting as well. Our next meeting then is on November 25th. The time is 7:55, and this meeting is adjourned. Good night.
Why clap? I don't know.